Hi, it's June 10th, 2022 at noon, and I am in fear that I am being mind controlled by my ex-husband, whom about a year after we got married, I started noticing a nurse that he was writing little letters to at the doctor's office I was a client at. He would write her little notes in front of me, and he would do things like touch her pregnant belly and in front of me, and I would see her living next door. I would see her down the street, him handing her money. And she forced me to sign some paperwork before my hemorrhoidectomy surgery. When I woke up and I found these slits in my arms, which had nothing to do with the hemorrhoidectomy surgery, I started hearing voices right away. And they were saying they hated me, they couldn't stand me. Prior to me getting married, I have two sons by one father who are younger than my daughter by another father. And I had a fiance that passed away. I fell into depression, and I let their fathers have them, and I had full custody of them. And I did that out of love and to let them grow and let them have a good life. And I wanted them to have a good life. I love them so much. And I still do to this day. I haven't heard from my kids in over 16 years. And I have a feeling it has something to do with my ex-husband and how maybe my son's father's brother, their uncle, owns over 40 chain pizza establishments across the United States, and which would give them good incentive to want that, give my ex good incentive to want that money. And I think that maybe he has tricked them or done something, because I believe this is mind control. I woke up at 41 years old hearing voices inside my head that I had never heard before. And psychologically, that just doesn't happen. It's statistics are only 1% of people who hear voices will hear them after 40 years old. And these are definitely not voices coming from my own mind. These are not psychological voices. These are voices that I hear out there, that are real voices. And there's a few different ways that you can talk, that you can hear them. You can hear them subliminally. You can hear them in another form where you're thinking about what you're going to say, and then also when that comes out of your mouth. Well, they will repeat things over and over and over and make me say what they're saying, and then they act like they're recording it, like I'm doing something wrong to somebody else. And it's really, really scary what they say. They're saying things that I don't even say. I was raised in the church, and I don't cuss a lot, and they cuss inside my head constantly. And and then they can make you lose your train of thought. They can make your heart palpitate really hard. They can make you go to sleep. And my ex used to, I saw this suitcase, this steel suitcase, it's silver. A couple of times I've run across it and I couldn't open it. It was metal. I've asked inside my head what it was, and they say that was the mind control machine. And I've read up a little bit about mind control, And I honestly believe it's mind control. I've even, voices change, and they will say things like, that's my kid's voice, and you can hear different ways that they can make the voices happen. Like, it's a lot of the time it sounds like Max Headroom, and it'll make you have anxiety really bad, and then they'll say things over and over to make you say them, and then they act like I'm saying these bad words to my kids or these mean things to my kids, which I would never say to my kids. I don't understand that's beyond my menial powers of comprehension. And I don't understand that kind of talk, and it's hurtful. And I haven't seen my kids in over 16 years, and I feel like it's because my ex has put this mind control on me, and that um, and that he's basically saying that I never reformed. And it's been very difficult for me to understand, and I also hired a private detective to find my daughter, which I gave him $300, and he gave me a whole bunch of information that actually got stolen from me. And mind control, they have your passwords, they can know what you're doing, and I might not even be able to get this video out. They have complete and total control of like everything, and I have no way to even I don't understand a lot of it, and I'm afraid for my life. And at this point, like hearing these voices, I hear them out there yelling like loudly, and then I will hear them in my head too. So it can't be psychological. And they make me say things that I don't say at all. I never say. And that's what they want to get me to say, is the word normally. And I don't even say these words. And it's very hurtful, and it's been very hurtful. They say that they are going to, I guess they, with him owning, with my children's father's brother owning over 40 chain pizza establishments in the United States, that makes them a target for something much worse to happen to them. And I wouldn't even be capable of doing something like what I think is going on, or what I feel is going on, and what I'm hearing is going on. And they're saying they're trying to blame me for it, and I'm just scared. I'm scared for my life. I'm scared for my kids' life. This detective will not call me back. He hasn't called me back at all. And I was trying to ask him to find my daughter, and he won't even call me back. And they have all the numbers you call. They can do anything they want, and it's very scary. And I am hurt by all of this, and even people in my life treat me very unfairly, and I don't even treat people like that. I'm like, I went to church, I believe in God, I believe in life, I think that death is ignorance, and I feel like I'm being targeted, and that my kids are being targeted, and there's something wrong.